Hello everyone, this is Faith at Faith and Books. How are you doing? This is just going to be a little intro to a little vlog I did on our family get-together Regency Party that we just had, when was it, 2 days ago now, on Sunday. And I just wanted to give a little introductory stuff and thanks before we launch into the actual vlog. So for Feb Regency, except we had to move it to March, we had a Regency party, and it was a family affair, and people really helped. So I want to go through and thank everybody. So first of all, I want to thank my newly adopted daughter, Vivian, because she got up early on Sunday and she cleaned the kitchen, and she and my little 7-year-old grandson, her son, tidied up all the toys, and she vacuumed, she mopped the floors, and then after the party, she helped set up for the party, and then afterwards she did the dishes. So that was so fantastic and so helpful, and I would have been so tired and stressed if she hadn't done all that, so I really thank her for that. Then my daughter Hannah was amazing. Her whole family came dressed in Regency garb. She sewed a beautiful green Regency dress. She had the long gloves. She had a little cap. She looked great. She had her 2 sons dressed up really cute, like little old-fashioned boys. And even her husband came sort of dressed. He was a Darcy after his swim. So that was amazing. And then she made me a Regency dress, and there's a photo of me of her and me. That was such a surprise, and that was so wonderful. And I know that it took a lot of her time because she was finishing it up the day of the party, and she works full-time and has 2 little kids, so that must have really been hard. So I really appreciated that. I love now that I have a Regency gown to pull out, for Jane Austen, July, or Feb Regency, or whenever I feel like it. So that was wonderful, and I'm really grateful to her for doing that. Then my son Eli and his wife Christina and their 2 children came over. And so here's the thing about this vlog. I don't know how to vlog. And it was in the middle of a party, and I just didn't take enough footage. And I didn't realize that they were only staying for a little over an hour. And so when they left, I realized I hadn't had any video of them. Now, they didn't dress up, but I'm so glad that they came because they both are musicians. They work on weekends, and they had to drive over an hour to get here with 2 little, they have a 2-year-old and she's going to be 3 in a couple months. And a little 1-year-old, and that just took a lot. So basically they were on the road for 2 hours plus for a 1-hour party. So I'm so glad that they made it. I'm really grateful, and I'm sad that I didn't get any footage of them. So thanks to them for making that massive effort. And then my son Josh, I really appreciate him learning the rules of whist and then teaching it to us all. Or not to us all, but there was a select group that wanted to play whist. And so that was really good of him. He also took the dog for a walk in the middle of the party because we have a puppy, and the puppy just has to be in the crate or when he's inside, or else he just goes crazy. He knocks kids down. He eats everything. He jumps on the table. He jumps all over. So he had to be in the crate. So it was really good that. And my son-in-law also took the dog for a walk, so that was really helpful. So it was great that Josh taught us whist. And then my youngest son, Sean, and his girlfriend, Christian, they really got into it, and Christian sewed her own outfit, and she sang the lovely piece by Franz Schubert, The Trout. And so you'll see her. So that was wonderful that she really got into the spirit of things and made all that effort. And I really appreciated her lovely voice. And she also edited the video, the vlog. She did a little bit of editing on that. So, and then my daughter, my youngest daughter, she came up with this brilliant idea of build your own Salma Gundi, which I didn't explain enough in the vlog, but it's this dish from this book, Dinner with Mr. Darcy. And it's a salad. It's a bizarre salad. It's got meat and fish and lettuce, but then you do all these different pickled things, all these various things that you pile it up on. But we decided to just have all the ingredients out and you could build your own. She decided that. She came up with that idea because, you know, people wanted different things. So, so that was really a good idea. She also made the gingerbread cake. And then what happened was, she's not in this video at all either, because her cat that she got many years ago, 10, 11 years ago, was sick, wasn't eating at all. And so she read that if a cat doesn't eat for 24 hours, she should take him to the vet. So she wound up taking the cat to the emergency vet. So she was there for a long time, and then she came back for a little bit, and then she had to go get him again. And so she was in and out during the actual party, and I never got any footage of her either. Because another awkward thing, besides the fact that I'm not good at vlogging and I was really distracted, but also some people didn't want to be in the video. Like my son-in-law didn't want to be in a video, and my husband didn't want to be in a video. And he's the last one that I should thank, because he, in my long list here, because, you know, because he's a fun and great husband and a loving father, he made everything possible. So even though he didn't want to be in the video, he went along with it. He was game. So I think I thanked everybody. I think I did it. Okay, so the other thing I want to just show off, besides you know, the recipes that we got from dinner with Mr. Darcy, is this is the port wine that we drank. Now, I'd only had port once before at a bed and breakfast in Stanton, Virginia, and we didn't really like it. But I got this, and I noticed this is the same kind that they serve at a local restaurant nearby, like a really nice local restaurant. I got this just at like a specialty supermarket nearby, and it was good. I really like this port. And then the other thing that people drink is we had sherry. So port and sherry. And yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. And I couldn't have done it. It wouldn't have been nearly as fun if people hadn't really helped out. So with no further ado, here is the vlog. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. So for the Regency party, I tried to put out a little display of Regency-related books. I didn't get quite as many out as I wanted to. For instance, I only have one Jane Austen right there, Jane Austen's History of England. And that is a really cute little volume. There she is. She's very tongue-in-cheek, and she wrote this really young. I mean, you can already see her very sarcastic sense of humor. It was making fun of a popular textbook at the time, I guess, that everybody had to suffer through. So that was my only Jane Austen offering. I was going to get some more. I have some actually antique editions up there from, I think, 1833, but I didn't get them. I didn't want to put them out, frankly, because we had little kids here. And then I was going to bring all my other Jane Austens up in my bedroom, and I just never got around to bringing those down here. So anyway, so what I've got here is Georgette Hare. She invented the Regency romance. And so these are three of my favorites: Pharaoh's Daughter, The Foundling, and Sylvester. Sylvester might be in the, you know, top ranking. Anyway, and then we've got The Life of Samuel Johnson by James Boswell. And I actually listened to that long ago on audio, and then I bought the book. I've never read it from this particular volume, but I loved it so much I wanted to own the actual physical copy. Then there's Jane Austen. And then there's Mr. Midshipman Hornblower, which my husband tells me I'm too early. This was pre-Regency, and that later on in the series, he's actually in the Regency era. But anyway, he's represented by that volume. And then Evelina, that I just finished reading. The Vicar of Wakefield, which I read many years ago, and I just happened to have a copy. And then Ivanhoe, he was really popular. These three books, you know, would all have been read by Jane Austen, Evelina, The Vicar of Wakefield, and Ivanhoe. And then there's the poems of William Wordsworth. And then I have this book, which I have not read. So maybe for Jane Austen July, Eavesdropping on Jane Austen's England. I think I meant to read it and didn't. I think I hauled it and at a used book haul, and then I had my cataract surgery in July, so I didn't really participate in Jane Austen in July. So I'll put that on my TBR for July. So anyway, that's just a little representation of some literature from the Regency era or related to the Regency era. Okay, so now I've got the full spread. We've got the pasties, which is a traditional dish from Cornwall. So these are vegetarian. They're actually protein. The shop just made them up. That's their vegetarian for the week. These are sausage rolls. These are the deviled eggs. These are the traditional beef. This is the chicken. And then we have a cheese platter here. And then we have everything out here. These are my plants that I just transplanted today. That's broccoli and celery. And then we've got parsley and lemon and fermented crunchy carrots and cucumbers in a little teacup. And these are just gherkins and onions. And that's salmon and chicken and lettuce. And that is, you're supposed to do pickled red cabbage, but I couldn't find any, so that's just sauerkraut. And then that's a vinaigrette. And you build your own, right there, you build your own salmongundi, which is a really bizarre salad. So that's that. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. Okay, I realized I forgot to do the desserts for our Regency party. This is the morning after, so they don't look so good. But this is gingerbread, which is a recipe I saw in the cookbook, Dinner with Mr. Darcy. But this is a gluten-free version that my youngest daughter baked yesterday. It was delicious. This doesn't look very good, but this is strawberry pie. Instead of doing apple tart, I had a whole big bag of frozen strawberries from our garden last year. I found in the freezer, and I had a frozen gluten-free pie crust. So that's what that is. That's strawberries from our own. It's delicious, even though it doesn't look good. And then the big thing, the pièce de résistance, is the syllabub, which also doesn't look so good. But syllabub is whipped cream, so it's thick cream that I whipped up with sugar and sherry and lemon zest, orange juice, and orange extract. And it was delicious. It was very rich. So those were the desserts for last night. There you go. No, they look pretty good. I think they look great. Peekaboo! Linus! Linus! A peekaboo! Ah, there he is! Yeah. But Sean really can play ABCs.
Okay.
He knows how to play.
You want to do ABCs?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it, Linus.
Go ahead and see what happens.
Okay. You ready?
Wait.
Oh.
Oh.
You ready?
Okay, wait.
1, 2, 3, 4. Which it
not,
isn't.
Not, yeah, but they could think that.
We're getting ready to play whist.
There you go.
And I'm ending my evening of our Regency Party reading Hornblower, which is quite appropriate.